Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we are going to be starting a brand new series, and this series is going to be a little bit less often on the channel because this series is going to be one I focus to bring episodes out when they're ready. A lot of other series on my channel, I try to push episodes out weekly, which obviously I am changing my YouTube schedule a little bit. I have announced that on the community post on YouTube and also my Discord. But this series will be basically uploaded whenever I have a video ready, whether that be every week or every 2 weeks. But it will be somewhat regular. I definitely won't go months without uploading it. But what this series is, we are in hardcore mode, so we cannot die. And we do also have 2 mods enabled. The first one is just enough items, just to make it easier for us to see recipes. And the second one is the create mod, just because I've never messed around with just create on its own. I've messed around with it in mod packs like Vault Hunters and all the mods, but I haven't really fully gone over the top with it, and that's what I want to do within this series. We are also in 1.20, as you can tell by the cherry biome right here. So obviously what we're going to do to start off is do what you do in every single Minecraft world, punch some trees and then go into a cave. But when we are actually within the cave, we need to hunt for iron and andesite, because they're the 2 main things you need for create. While I was exploring for food, I have found a village. I am also really hungry, so I am going to have to smelt up some of this food in a second, but there should be hay bales that we can grab from here, so that should give us some bread. And we've also found a ruined portal just over there, although it looks like there are no hay bales here, at least that I can see. So we're now back on the surface, and I've collected up quite a lot of iron, also a lot of andesite, and I think this is where we're going to set up our base. We've got a nice little ocean or river with a cherry grove, a village just over there, and then I think a snowy mountains just over there. So it's actually quite a good place. So what we're going to do to start off, I want to build some starter farms. So the first thing I've done is I've dug a, what is this, 5 blocks? Yeah, 5 by 5 hole, and it goes down by 4 blocks. Now the reason I'm doing this is because this is where our water wheels are going to go. I don't want them on the surface because then they'll be taking up quite a lot of room, and they are like 3 blocks. I'm pretty sure you can also change the texture of these by using planks. Oh wow, that is awesome that you can do that. Let's change them to as well, just so they're all cherry, as I think that looks a lot better than them being spruce. So now we have done that, we need to obviously have the water flowing. So if we quickly just craft ourselves a bucket so we can actually go and get some water. Let's actually make 2 buckets because eventually we are going to need lava as well. Let's also quickly just make an infinite water source just so we don't have to keep going up and down the hill every time we need some. There we go. So now what we can do is we need to place the water inside of here so it obviously flows. Now we want it to cover all of the sides. Now that's not spinning. I think that's because it's flowing both ways. Yes, so if I do that, that then stops it from flowing. And then if I actually maybe place a water right here with a pressure plate in this corner, so let's do that. Does that make it go faster? It doesn't seem like it went any faster. So I read online that if you actually use 3 water wheels, it's meant to spin faster. Is that the case? Because if I remove these, yeah, it don't actually seem to be any faster when using 1 compared to when using 3. So maybe I've misread that, but this should be as fast as it can go. At least I don't think it's any faster by looking at it. So the first thing I want to do is make a cobblestone generator, because that is going to be, I think, the best thing we can make early on, because cobblestone can actually be turned into quite a few different resources. So if I quickly just make the mechanical drill, yes, we can make that. And then I think from the mechanical drill, that is really it, all we need. We just obviously need to have this going into it, which we can do quite simply by just making, we have some of these, so if I quickly just do one of them coming out of there. We don't want to make a gearbox, which does this actually have one going into the bottom of it? I can't see, let's quickly just break these blocks. I'm not actually too sure, it doesn't. So before we have the gearbox, we are going to need a vertical gearbox, I think it's called, which just requires us to make 4 more of the actual gears, which is literally just them and planks. and then one more casing, which we have. So let's quickly just do that, and then we need to throw that into the crafting to get a vertical gearbox. There we go. That now makes it so we can have systems going off the back here, and also off the side and the top. So I've now just decorated it a little bit. As you can see, I've used, I don't actually know what this block is called. It's that block right there. And I've put some glass, pink stained glass in the center just so we can see down there, but not fall down there. And I can now obviously continue building the cobblestone generator. So let's just grab some normal glass. And I think doing something along the lines of that should work. Although it won't, because we are going to have one of these blocks removed, because the water does need to flow down. So let's have the water there flowing down. That's broke one of them. Okay, right, so we now need to jump down here, and let's pick up that water. Let's also break this top one, so there's only one of them spinning currently, so we can see how this actually spins. And let's quickly just break that as well, so it's only literally the one spinning. Let's now place a block right there, and that's gonna always reform. Okay, so okay, it's because there's a pressure plate, so let's quickly just break that. And where's that gone? That's gonna go round to there. Now I should be able to do that, and it shouldn't flow. Yes, that's perfect. But if I put the pressure plate there, so that now flows around to here. I can then go and put the next water bucket here to flow around like that, I think. So let's try that. Put in that there, and that flows around. I don't think that made it any faster, but that does work, so that's good. And then the lava bucket needs to go right there, and that should flow, creating the cobblestone there, which then this can break it. That is actually perfect. I just need to now head back down here and place these two things back down. So if I place one, can I place it while I'm down here? I can. Let's then make that cherry again, and then place the second one and make that cherry again. Now, as you can see, it is working, but it is extremely slow. I don't know if there's a way I can make it faster. I know obviously there are better sources of whatever this is called, but a lot of them are like late game, and obviously we've only got a few resources. So I think I could look into making this faster in some way. I went AFK for a few hours. The first thing I actually went AFK for is 2 stacks of wool, and that's because that'll become useful in a second. I want to improve the actual speed of this, so we're going to build a windmill. I have everything I need, I think, for that. I have also, obviously, while I've been AFK, this has been working, which we've produced just over 3 stacks. In about, I think I was at AFK for about 3 hours, so that is obviously like a stack an hour, which is extremely terrible, but I guess it's cobblestone that we wouldn't have had otherwise. So we are now going to build the actual windmill, and I think it's going to go roughly around here. I think this is a good place for it to go. I've now added all the wool. I haven't actually finished the building just yet, and it does look kind of weird, but that's because you need like 128 wool for it to be completely maxed out, which we have now done. So if I quickly just take this and grab some of these, I only have 2 of them. How are they crafted? I think it's just 2 andesite alloys. It is, so let's make a few of them. But I will actually make this look nicer in the future. Just for now, we just want it to work, as the look of it doesn't matter. It looks like we might have to make the sails due to wool isn't working for some reason. I think it's to do with the glue. It's not like detecting them to be stuck together. So if I quickly just check, how are the sails made? Yes, it's a wool, 2 sticks, and also andesite alloy, but you do get 2, which is good. So I guess let's go and mine up the wool again. I have now finished, and hopefully this should work. One thing I do quickly just want to do is break these fences so we can have some sort of ladder. I should really have the ladder going up this side though, so it don't get obstructed by that pipe. So let's quickly just do that. So now we're up here. How many is connected to it? If it says only 1 still. Nope, there we go. It's spinning. So how many is actually connected to it now? If I turn that off, can I not see? No, but it does spin. Okay, these ones are not attached. That's something I need to fix then. So they have to be directly connected by the looks of it. Then ones are obviously diagonal, so I understand why they don't connect. So that is quite a few that are not actually connected. So if I quickly just click that right there, It's spinning a decent speed. I'm pretty sure it's much quicker than what we currently have down there. Let's quickly stop it because I am going to have to take out the ones that are floating. There are now no floating bits, which is good. So let's now quickly head down. I do still have 3 remaining, which I do need to actually make it even because one side is actually longer than others. As you can see, none of them come close to the ground, but this one does. So I need to fix that as well. That is not going to move me. That's perfect. So now I need to attach it to this, which we can do pretty easily, I think. But I might have to rotate it so it's obviously easier access. I can easily change it just by breaking that glass right there and having the water flow this way instead. So breaking that block, the actual miner will go there, where the cobblestone will go here. And if I then fill in that block, do we have any more pink glass? I don't think we do. We don't. Okay, so for now that can just be a normal glass. And that should now flow that way. Is it not going to? No, let's quickly just pick it up and place it again. And then the lava can go there, which should turn this block right here. Perfect. And then this breaking block can go straight there. Now we just need to power it, but I want the power going underground because we don't want it visible, I don't think. So if I just dig a tunnel, so I've now done it. If we quickly just fill in all of this again, I need to be careful I don't go near that because that did just almost fling me. You can see it's now breaking a lot quicker. It's still not fast, but it's a lot quicker than what it was. So what we need to do now is quickly just put this hopper underneath. So we've just got the advancement of strong breeze, and that's to make it maximum strength. Okay, that confirms that it's the fastest it can possibly go. I did also neaten it up so it's all symmetrical and it looks a bit nicer. It don't look perfect. I'm pretty sure we can also dye it with some dye by just right clicking dye on it. Let's see if we can do that while it's moving, because if that is the case, no you can't because it's not actually blocks. If that is the case, then we can dye it to make like a pattern on it, which should make it look a little bit better as well. But now it's the fact of just making the back building look a little bit better, which I think I'm going to do in a second. I want to build another farm. So we've got the cobblestone farm right here, which is a lot faster than what it was. We can also stack this up a little bit more so there's more of them. So the next thing I want to do is make a mill. I don't think I made one. No, there's none in the chest. So let's quickly just see if we can actually craft that. I'm pretty sure we should be able to because they're not too expensive. We are missing absolutely everything, but the andesite casing is pretty easy. Let's just grab a stripped log and place that down. And where's our andesite alloys? There they are. So all we need now is any stones, which I think we should have. Let's just grab one piece of cobblestone and we can throw that in the furnace real quick just to smelt up. So the milling, I think we want to have that somewhere down here. So if I quickly just grab a filter, how are filters crafted? Not a filter, I think it's called a funnel, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. We can't make the brass ones yet due to us not having brass, but we can make these ones. We just need some dried kelp. Is there any kelp over here? I don't think so, because this isn't an ocean, this is a river. We have found somewhat of a little ocean. It don't seem to be that big, but there is actual kelp here, which we are going to grab about a stack of it. That should definitely be enough. I grabbed 56 because I heard yes. Oh my god, you just saw the trident go past the screen. I'm getting out of here. I'm definitely not dealing with that because I'm pretty sure a trident would like one hit me. We're now back at the base. The first thing I actually want to do is make a diamond pickaxe and a diamond sword just so we can defend ourselves. Then we have 4 left because I want 2 for an enchantment table. So do we make boots or do we save them for if we get enough for a chest piece or something? I think we save them, just because a chest piece will be way more beneficial than a pair of boots. But we can now make a funnel, so let's quickly just do that and place that right. Let's actually not place it yet. Let's build a floor because we are going to need one. And I'm pretty sure how the funnels work is if there is a block that it's dropped, it won't drop another one. Will it actually work off a hopper? I did not mean to place that. I don't want that to be burned. So it don't seem to be dropping anything from this funnel. Is it because that block is too close? It's not. Okay, it's because this is the wrong way round. There we go. I fixed it. What I actually done was I broke the hopper, put a solid block there, And then I placed the funnel on the solid block, and that makes it so it goes outwards, so we don't need to go and hunt for some gold. I did not mean to place that there, so let's quickly just break that. And this should now work. I can place the lava back in, which should place the actual cobblestone into the funnel, which will then funnel it into this mill. But yes, as you can see, it is working. We do need to power this mill, as the mill does need to have power to it as well. I really just want to test to make sure you can input it from the side before we actually waste time doing that. So what I've done is I've just put a cog there with a hand crank, and yeah, as you can see, it does work like that. So let's now break that. And if we quickly just grab the cogs, if we dig through here, yes, to find this, we need to now make it so this is turned, which I think should be pretty simple. If we just grab that and put that there, and then now grab a vertical, what is it called? Vertical gearbox. That should in theory make it work. So there we go, we now have the vertical gearbox. So just by putting that right there, yes, that is now milling. So what we need to do from the milling is now have the items dropped from that and put into another collection system. So if I put the hopper, let's say, going into that block, so that could be a chest, and then we put the actual andesite funnel right there, that's going into it, which we don't want. So let's do exactly what we done with the other one, put a solid block there. We then want to put the funnel, which is in there, and that's still going into the block. Is it something to do with crouching, maybe? Okay, it's something to do with crouching. There we go, that is now fixed. So we can now put the mill back there, and that should now work. So inside of this hopper should only ever be gravel. I have now just made full diamond armor, or no, full iron armor. I have no clue why I'm holding my tool like that. It's the same with every single tool in the game. I don't know if that's a vanilla bug or if that's a create bug, but what I currently want to do now is I want to go and explore the outpost that we found over there. I also want to go into the nether, because we are going to need certain resources that you obviously need to go to the nether for. One of them being something called, I think it's a blaze burner. We need the blaze burner to get brass, which brass is then what is used in a lot of the recipes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mine up all this obsidian. Hopefully there is enough here for a enchantment table and also a nether portal. So I now have all the obsidian we need, and I'm now just heading up to the outpost just to see if there's anything worth looting up here. Allays, oh, I forgot about them. They could be really useful inside of this, because we can have them pick up a lot of the items and deliver them to certain machines. So let's quickly just break that, give you an item. No, I don't want you to hold that. I want you to hold the cobblestone. Well, that was a close call. I just had to block it in. I didn't bring my shield with me, which was a bit dumb. I'm hoping there's no more pillagers up in this actual tower. I don't think there is. Are there any more allays, or was it only them? Is there allays in that one? Yes, there is. Okay, so there's allays in that. Are there any more around? I don't think so. So what we're going to do is quickly loot this chest, and we got a goat horn, a lot of arrows, and some wood. So I'm now going to jump down. I totally missed the water, which that's totally fine. Let's quickly just run around here, as we need to quickly grab the allays inside of here, so we can then run. You can just hold pork chops for now, and let's now get out of here before they kill my allays. These villagers are not giving up. They are literally following me all the way back to the base, and I have now got 4 allays, which is pretty good. I haven't actually got anywhere to tie them yet though, so I think we're just gonna have to leave them or lock them in like a build. So let's now quickly just make the enchantment table, which I should have everything I need to do that. There we go, and then the obsidian, and we can now quickly just get enchanted. Let's quickly just enchant the sword. Sharpness 1, that'll be fine. Efficiency 1, that'll be fine. And in the armor, I just want the basics for now. Protection, then also protection 1. On the leggings, let's get protection 1, and on the boots, let's get feather falling 2. So I'm now heading into the nether. Let's quickly just see what our spawn is like. A portal right near us, not a portal. A nether fortress right near us would be perfect, but it doesn't seem like there is one. So I have the empty blaze burner, and I'm pretty sure you just have to right click this onto a blaze. But we need to obviously find a nether fortress before we can do anything. I have found a fortress. It's only about 300 blocks away from our spawn. Our nether spawn is at literally, I think, like -50. We're now within the nether fortress, and there is a blaze just around this corner. So I need to click in with this, I think. At least I think that's how it works. Where did he go? He was just standing right here. There is also nether wart. There he is. And there we go. We now have a blaze burner with a blaze inside. There's some iron and also some diamonds. These are going to be useful for our diamond armor. I think I've looted most of this fortress. So we're now going to head back to the base, as I don't think there's much else we can actually do here. And I don't want to be too greedy. Otherwise, we will most likely die. So now we have the blaze burner. I think we'll blaze this down over here. Maybe inside of the wall. So let's quickly just mine out a little area right here, and I think it can go down there for now. I think you do have to power it, which I think you can just use like lava for that. So I now am smelting up some copper and also some zinc, because that is the two things you need for brass. But while that is smelting, I quickly just want to set up some sort of food farm, because we're struggling for food at the moment. I think the best way we're going to be able to do this is by using glue. And I have just got 2 slime balls. I actually got lime dye from, if we quickly just check, you can actually get it from milling some flowers, and I just milled a load of lily of the valleys to get some lime dye, which we actually got quite lucky with it, and we got, how many did we get? We got 3. So now let's quickly just make the glue, so we can obviously glue these, because that's going to be way easier than having to use the wind sails, and we can then use the mechanical harvesters a lot easier as well. So I think I now should have everything we need. If we now head back up here, I forgot water buckets, but we can grab them again later. And all we need to do now is break what we had done, because we now can rework this. Let's have that as a wall block, and we want it to go out by 3 blocks. I think that should be fine. There we go, something that looks like that. But I think we actually need to invert these ones, so these ones are on that side, so it kind of spins around in that direction. And then I think this center one can go there. Then obviously we need to hoe it, but we're not going to do that just yet, because as you can see, it's going to turn back into normal. So the next thing we want to do is just build this up a little bit and put a chest on either side. That is just there so the items can go into these chests. These blocks are here just so they can't glitch up on top of these. And then I think from there all we need to do is glue it. That is not correct. There we go. That is done. I think these should automatically glue, but I'm not 100% sure. So let's see if this actually works. If we now quickly just click that, yes, it's spinning. It's not the fastest of things, but it really don't matter that it's not that fast, because the crops have to grow anyway. I think we are now done with it. If I just plant some of the potatoes, they should only be harvested when they are fully grown. To be honest, we don't even actually need these ones on this side, because they are always going to be harvested by these ones anyway. It's more efficient, I guess, because they're on both sides. But if I quickly just bone meal these to be fully grown, it should harvest them, and then it should put them into the chests, which I can open them, and they are moving chests. That's totally fine. Let's see if this actually does work. Yes, there we go. As you can see, I harvested it, set it back to its level of 1, and it should be in one of these chests. I'm guessing it's in this one over here. Yes, there we go, potatoes. So this is actually working. I know some blocks might not be picked up, like this corner one. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to spend the next hour or so decorating that to make that look a bit nicer, and also neatening up some of our area around here just so it looks a bit nicer, because currently it don't look the best. I have now finished, and as you can see, this is what we have. I have decorated this to make it look a little bit nicer. These blocks are actually copper scaffolding. If I quickly just break it, you can see. And it actually looks pretty cool as a floor block. We then also have a way to get down here, which this is where I've put all of our storage and just the other utility items. I have also made this a little bit neater so we can actually store cobblestone and also store gravel. And I'm not completely happy with how this looks. I might change it in the future, but that is currently what I have. It's got some leaves around the bottom, some fences. I might also put some new things inside, and then the roof is just a basic flat roof with a little bit of a shape to it. I'm not completely happy with it, but it's fine for now. It looks a lot better than it did. It's actually got a roof on it. I've also broken up the texture with some leaves as well. Now I haven't exactly done everything because the front still needs some work as well. I also have plans to dye the sails so it has some sort of pattern to it rather than it all being just white. And then if we head up here, I haven't done anything to the actual potato farm, just because for now this is fine as it is. In the future I will obviously build a building around it, but it's been working. As you can see, it's got quite a few potatoes in. But anyway, I think that is where I'm going to end this video. We've spent quite a lot of time. We have built a cobblestone farm, we have built a gravel farm, we have also built a potato farm, and we've also got a decent source of power. In the next video, I think we'll work on a brass farm and also to improve some of our current farms. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. If you did enjoy, do leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.